And I want you to understand that this information has had a dramatic impact on my life and the life of my family also. And that's the main reason I'm super, super excited to be here tonight and bring you this information. Now, for those of you who do not know, we have a simple little team site here. It's called cmprofits.com. And this site is utilized just to share the great news of how men and women are utilizing technology, smartphones, tablets, computers, just like your bank, your insurance companies, the billion-dollar hedge funds, to navigate in what's now some trillion-dollar-a-day markets. The first thing I want you to understand about this site, if you're new, these first two videos right here will explain in entirety everything that's going on and give you enough information to make a decision if you're in or you're out. And the reason we utilize videos and technology is because 80% of the information I'm going to share with you tonight, you're going to forget most of it, an hour from now. But you can go back to the website, rewatch, review, and even share with a loved one, a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, it does not matter, to get the information. Now, what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to click on this tab that says products and bring us into the information. What I want you to do if you're new after this presentation, watch this first video. It's about Forex. Forex is the largest financial market on the entire planet. This video is it's an animated depiction to help you understand that every country has money. And when there's a price change or a fluctuation between the price, let's say the US and Europe, US and Japan, Russia, Germany, it does not matter. There's an opportunity for those of us who know how to utilize this information to earn. Now, the next big market is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. If you've not heard about crypto right now, it's taken over the world. Basically, the way money is being moved, the way money is being spent, even with business and everything, once again, utilizing the power of technology. Now, these markets, I want you to understand, these markets never sleep. You have an opportunity 7 days a week, 24 hours to get in here from your phone, your tablet, your computer, once you learn how to earn. Now, these markets are also globally. This is beyond the US for those of us who are in the US. I know we have people on this call from the UK, Netherlands, Scotland, Germany, various parts of the world. And these markets also give us a tremendous amount of leverage. Now, why is leverage important? Think about this, right? When I had a job and I was working 9 to 5, my employer, my boss, my supervisors, they found a way to leverage my time. I was exchanging time for money. These markets give us the same ability to take a small amount of capital and leverage it and grow it and compound it into much, much more. And ladies and gentlemen, all we do, we buy and we sell currency, money. That's all it is. Now, anything that's successful has great leadership. How did I get started in this information? This gentleman you see right here in the middle, for those of you who are online here, his name is Chris Terry. We call him the LeBron James of trading. This gentleman, he and his wife, they've been doing this for over 25 years. Chris used to charge people $10,000, $15,000 just for weekend webinars and seminars on how to learn to navigate these markets. Today, he and his wife, Isa Delatorre, they have founded iMarkets Live. For short, we call it iML. Now, this company was formed in 2013. We just celebrated 6 years in business. So this is not new. This is not a theory. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going on every day right now in over 100 countries around the world. Those gentlemen to the left and the right, they're also leaders in this space, and they're spearheading movements right now. Right now, some of them on the other side of the world having huge meetings exposing new men and women to this information. Now, very simply, what does all this mean to you? How can it affect your life? How can you benefit from it? This is what I want you to understand, right? Chris Terry learned how to navigate these markets, learned how to make millions of dollars in these markets. What he wanted to do was not just teach other rich people how to earn more. He wanted to make sure that you, myself, Candace, Carrie, Akan, more people around the world can learn how to navigate these markets. So when he put iML together, this is what he did, ladies and gentlemen. He put together a suite of apps, of education models, and scanners. The first thing is the iML Academy. What this is, pre-recorded videos, 8 to 10 minutes long, not long ago that's going to give you the basic understanding, the basic fundamentals of the terminology, pips, how do you make money? How do you get into trades? Everything that you need to know to begin your journey of success. Now, along with that, we have what's called IML TV. Right now, a lot of people spend a lot of time watching television. I call it the automatic income reducer. People watching other rich people become even wealthier. Now, there's nothing wrong with TV, sports news, but we have to have balance in life. There's a time and place for everything. This is what we're doing. We're taking that same 1 or 2 hours and we're watching IML TV. IML TV is live hands-on education, men and women from around the world, 7 days a week, multiple languages that are showing you how to do the same thing as Bank of America, as Chase Bank, the insurance companies, the billion-dollar hedge funds, showing you literally how to turn pennies into dollars. This is what I want you to understand. IML is not an investment company, and we don't take any funds. And IML, what we do is give you the power in your hands to learn how to do the same thing. Along with that, guess what we did, right? Apps and scanners. Almost everyone has a smartphone. As a matter of fact, if your phone isn't making you money, you actually have a dumb phone. We're teaching people how to turn their phones into ATM machines. Now here, I'm sitting in South Florida. I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 9, Android in the house. Whoop, whoop. Apple don't hate. We like Apple too. But here's this, ladies and gentlemen. The smartphones only came out in 2007. That's what I want you to understand. Only in 2007. Before that, there were no smartphones. So what we're doing, we're utilizing the same technology that's taking away jobs to empower men and women to navigate these markets. The playing field has been leveled. A smartphone, a tablet, a computer. Anywhere that you have internet access, South Africa, America, Germany, Australia, it does not matter. You have the ability, once you have the knowledge of the information, to navigate these markets. Now, what we've done, we have different apps and scanners that you actually download on your phone that actually give you the trades. Tonight, you definitely want to thank the person who invited you to this call, because you're going to hear about one of the most dynamic softwares, revolutionary softwares that right now we're having a phenomenal success with. And that's what our special guest is going to share with you tonight. So once again, if you know how to copy and paste, I want you to understand you can do this. You don't have to learn everything about the markets. You don't have to have any prior experience. You don't have to know how to trade. As a matter of fact, 90% of the people who get started with us had absolutely zero experience in these markets. That's why we have people who are homeless. We have people who are janitors. We have people from all walks of life, law enforcement, judicial system, the healthcare field. Everyone wants to learn how to grow their income. Now, how much does all this get started? Very simple, only $325. And I said only $325 one time gives you everything, all the apps, all the scanners, all the training, everything. $325 one time. Now, if for any reason your money is funny right now and you say, Andre, you know what? I don't have $325. The key thing is this, is to get started. We also have a starter pack just to get you started for only $225. Now, this is going to give you Academy, iML TV. It's going to give you a very powerful assistant called the Harmonic Scanner. Also, live sessions with our CEO himself, Mr. Chris Terry, every Sunday at 2 p.m. What a lot of people do who can't get started with the big pack, they begin with the starter pack, get going, get learning, earning, and then they upgrade later on. Now, along with that, there is a monthly membership cost. And don't think of this as another bill. Think of this as investing in yourself. A lot of people invest in a lot of things. However, when is the last time you invested into yourself, your education? This is a life-changing skill that once you learn it, you got it. Once you learn it, you can earn. And no one can ever take it away from you. It doesn't matter if IML goes away. It doesn't matter if I go away. The person who invited you to this call goes away. Once you learn this skill, ladies and gentlemen, you have it. This is why we have a gentleman right here in South Florida. He spent $56,000 just to learn this information. And guess what? He doesn't have the ongoing education of IML TV, all the apps, all the scanners. That's why right now in South Florida, there's a school down here. Just the first 3 months, guess what? $13,000 for this information that you can get. If you get the big package for only about $275 a month, the starter pack, $165 a month. Now, our goal is not to have you spending more money. Our goal is to show you and teach you how to earn that in a day. Now, you're going to hear some phenomenal testimonies. I want you to understand past performance or no guarantee of future results. What happened for me or someone else is no guarantee it'll happen for you. You could earn more or you can earn less. What I found is this. People who come in, they go through the iML Academy, get on iML TV, they're humble, they're coachable, they follow the blueprint, they learn how to copy and paste, they're having phenomenal results. Now, here we also have what's called add-ons. Let's say for some reason you say, Andre, I can only get started with the starter pack tonight, but I've been hearing big things about that web analyzer. For only $21.95, you can add that to your package. Or you've been hearing about Gold Cup, $21.95. You can see what's right there. The big one also, swipe cryptocurrency. Once that you can add and put on your package, whichever package of choice you want. Now, to keep going, this is what I also want you to understand. Chris Terry, when he got this thing going, he just wanted to make it simple. He wanted to make sure everyone can participate. So you know what he did? He said, Andre, when you come in and you begin using these products, if you know 2 people in over 100 countries who would also like to learn and earn, you can have 2 for free. Ladies and gentlemen, I did this in one day. I called up my right-hand man, Mr. Greg G. Money White, Miss Yvette McCrae, other people. I met Jami Landale in the UK, and I had my 2 for free in one day. If you like to share information, very, very simple, how you can get your 2 for free. Now, everything I just went over has to do with you learning and earning. That's it. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to get the 2 for free if you don't want to. You don't have to recruit a soul. This is why we're exploding around the world right now, because men and women are coming in, they're learning and they're earning, they're compounding their money. They're learning to do the same thing the banks do. Now, for those of you, for those of us who also believe in helping other people, who like to share information, guess what Chris Terry did? It got even gooder and gooder. He has what's called an IBO, independent business owner, and I call this the profit sharing portion of IML. It's very, very simple. If you share this information with people, the company is going to compensate you paid out weekly from $150 all the way to $500,000 a month. Now, this is what I want you to understand, right? There's no limit to the amount of people that you can share this with. Myself personally, I've sponsored and shared this with about 160 people, right? So what happens every time someone signs up, as a matter of fact, just signed up my partner, Joseph out in California, the Bay Area. He just came on board with us last night. The company said, Andre, thank you for sharing IML. They're going to send me $35. This is paid out every single Friday. This is a one-time bonus. Now, if Joseph shared it with someone else, they'll give me a $10 override. That person shared it with someone else, a $5 override. You begin to see how this begins to duplicate and grow. And, you know, don't look at this as small, because these little things begin to add up. Now, this is what I want you to understand, right? When you get your 2 for free, you sponsor 2 people. If you sponsor one more person for a total of just 3 people, you can upgrade to the IBO. And very simply, the company is going to begin paying you $37.50 a week. You're what's called a Platinum 150. That's $150 a month. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it gets even gooder and gooder. When my team grew to a team of 12, they said, congratulations, you're a Platinum 600. I said, I'm a Platinum what? 600. That means I'm now earning $600 more a month, $150 paid out every single Friday. But guess what? When I did the math and calculated that, I just gave myself a $7,200 a year raise. Now, I don't know if you still have a 9-to-5 job. What do you have to do in your job tomorrow morning to ask for a $7,200 a year raise? When I had a job, it wasn't happening. That grew to a team of 30, then Platinum 1,000. That's $1,000 a month, $250 a week. You begin to see. All I did was sponsor 3 people. That's the only requirement. That began to grow through the dedication, hard work, and efforts of other people on the team sharing the same information. As a matter of fact, my partner, Mr. Greg G. Money White, Platinum 2,000. His team grew to 75 people. He's very close to Platinum 5,000. and that's bringing him in an extra $500 every single month. As a matter of fact, I want to see if Mr. Greg White made the call tonight. Let me see if he's here on the call tonight. Mr. Greg White, if you're on the call tonight. Let me see if he made it a call. You are muted. Mr. Greg G. Money White out of South Florida. Yes, sir. This gentleman right here, ladies and gentlemen, is helping a lot of people. He's my right-hand man. We're crisscrossing the country, various parts of the world. He's having events all over South Florida, getting people into this business. He's a father. He's also a husband and one of the hardest working people I know. Mr. Greg G. Money White, tell us what's going on, brother.
Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, how's everybody doing tonight?
Doing awesome. It's Money Mondays.
Great. Monday Mondays, man. Hey, first, let me give it back to you, Andre Campbell, man. My partner, we on our way to Dallas. You know, gentleman that actually started me with this information, man, about 2 years ago. He literally, you know, thought about giving me a call, man, at a real bad time, you know, to where I was I was busted, disgusted. I wouldn't say couldn't be trusted, but I was down and out, man. And, you know, didn't know where to turn. I was looking for something. And, you know, one of the things that I've learned is, you know, you always say you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. And at that time, that's why it's so important, ladies and gentlemen, you know, to share this information, man, because it's incredible. It's impeccable. You never know who's looking for it. And you can't be selfish. You know, you got to be selfless to be able to share and, you know, just get out of your own way. And a lot of times, guys, I always say this, like what's being shared tonight and what you're looking at, you know, with iMarkets Live and what you're looking at with a CEO and a group of people, you know, who really thought about, hey, this is a way that we can create and help a lot of people. You're looking at some dynamic information. And this information is life-changing, man. I can't even tell you some of the people that's on my team right now. Ocean, Emmanuel out of North Miami, you know, Donald Bradley, his team, Elo Morgan, you know, teams that's all over, Remy Martin out of Hawaii, you know, people that are getting in it, and some of the trading, some are demo trading, some are live trading, some of them not even trading at all, man. I've had some people on my team that would not even copy the trades because they was just comfortable to pay to learn it. They said it was a personal and an investment in their personal development, guys. That really blew my mind. Like, man, we really own to something. And I can just say this, you know, people are trading. There's a lot of things that are popping off. I'm super excited about it. People are winning. People are making money. And just the future is just what it is. So I would say to anybody that's on this call, you know, don't take it lightly, man. Thank the person that invited you to it. Thank the person that got you this information. You know, and one of the things I could say, guys, you know, like Joseph, you know, I don't know if you read the Bible, but, Moses didn't get a chance to make it to the promised land, but he took him all the way, and Moses, you know, couldn't walk into the land of Canaan that flowed with milk and honey. But you know what, man, his partner took him in there. And I'm telling you guys, you know, like, you're going to meet people, you know, you're going to be in this thing, man, you know, stay 100%. This thing is incredible. You're going to have the chance to be able just to connect, to trade, and make money, man. My partner, you know, no income, disclosure, but man, one of the guys, you know, I don't know if Ocean's on the call, man, but this guy's impeccable. 1 month in the business. 1 month in the business. And when we first sat down and I shared this with him, he was very intimidated by it. And the only thing I told him is, if you chase the information, don't chase the money, you'll do very, very well. And it's a month later, man, this guy had a $1,200 day today. You know, he's had $600, $700, $800 days by using the web analyzer. And on top of using the web analyzer, if you're new and you're on this call and you don't know what that is, it's a software that's developed by the guy that you guys are going to hear about tonight. And this thing is off the chain. You don't have to do nothing. You just have to be humble, open, coachable, have faith, desire, and belief, and you can use this tool, and this tool will make a lot of money for you. So, hey, guys, it's Greg G. Money White. I'm super excited for this week to come. Let's make a lot of money. Let's help a lot of people, and let's take ourselves out of the way and think about other people so we don't block their blessings by thinking that we have to know everything before we share this with them. You don't have to know nothing. You just got to know it's an opportunity. And let's go, man. Thank you, Andre Campbell. One time.
Awesome, brother. Wow. Ocean is killing it. $1,200 a day. It's a law enforcement officer right here in South Florida. I met the gentleman for the first time last Thursday. The first thing he asked me, Andre, why isn't everybody doing this? I said, hey, listen, you know, for those of us who want it. So thank you, Mr. Greg G. Money White. And here the conversation plan, ladies and gentlemen, goes on. You know, myself personally, through the dedication and effort of people like Greg G. Money White, met John Lay, Yvette McCrae, so many other leaders on the team. I was able to hit the rank of Chairman 10. That's the first executive rank in the company. Here, the company begins paying you an extra $2,500 every single week. What would that mean to you and your family? And once again, this begins to grow exponentially, not only in the U.S., but also various parts of the world also. Now, what I want to do before we bring our guests on, I want to hear from someone else. I want to see if Miss Yvette McCrae, Miss Stiletto Pips is on the call tonight. This lady is a business owner. She's a mother. She's also a wife, phenomenal leader, and a phenomenal trader in her own right, helping a lot of people learn this skill of trading. So I want to see if she made it to the call tonight.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you very much for that warm introduction. I give it back to you always because you're the one that actually led me to this promised land as well. So I'm super excited tonight. Super excited. I'm up 72 pips, and some of you understand what that is right now. I'm trading pound Aussie, and I'm just super excited. That thing has been dropping since early this morning. I'm just excited, okay? This is the next best thing since sliced bread, okay? You're talking about peanut butter and jelly, whatever you want to call it. Listen, this is something that you really want to take hold of. You want to share. You want to actually take notes tonight, get all the nuggets you can, and definitely get back with the person that invited you to this call. And that's my sign off, so I'm going to pass it back to you, Andre.
Hey, awesome. Keep making those pips, making that money. And for those of you who are new, don't know what pips are, don't worry about it. It's just moolah, more money, more money, more money, more money. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the comp plan gets even gooder and gooder. It goes all the way up to Chairman 500. That's an extra $125,000 every single Friday. This thing is not a theory. We already have 3 individuals who've hit that rank, so it's being done. And from what I heard, our next event in Dallas, Texas is going to get even gooder and gooder. But what I want to do before I bring on my guests, we got a very special guest tonight, another special guest. Now, this is the gentleman who picked up the phone and gave me the call and said, Andre, you know what? We got something, special going on here. We found a way to make money like the banks. This is something you really need to take a look at. Now, I was very busy. I was doing a lot of things, but I'm so thankful that this gentleman thought enough of me to share this information with me. This gentleman is my sponsor. He's my mentor. He's been in this industry for years, knows 100% of the facts of this business. Him and his wife right now, they're leading a huge movement all around the globe. The Rich Girls, Rich Guys trade movement, approaching about 10,000 people, and just phenomenal leaders, heart of gold, always there to help and to give back. Not a time I can't pick up the phone and call these people. And right now, we're privileged and honored. He's on the call, and I think he made it on. His name is Mr. Lawrence Young. We call him Hurricane LY. And he's actually what's called a Chairman 50 with iML. That means every Friday, $12,500, $50,000 a month. And I want you to understand this. He's no different from anyone else. However, he had the vision to have put in the work, the dedication, the time, the commitment. And that's what it takes to really, get to the next level. So I want to see if my sponsor, my partner, my friend, Mr. Lawrence, Hurricane LY, making the call tonight.
Hey, Andre, how you doing, man?
Hey, brother, what's going on, chap?
Man, I am freaking incredible, man. I tell you, you're doing such an incredible presentation tonight, and I just want to thank you for all the kind words you had to say about me and Tamara. We're just honored that you picked up the phone and you were open-minded, and you're one of those type of leaders that's self-sufficient, that just literally, just kicked in the door and just ran with this thing, and seeing so many of your great leaders like Yvette and her husband on the call, G Money, Greg White, D'Lo, all these fantastic leaders that you're bringing aboard, Ahmed, John Manyale, which is really taking your business to the next level. It's all because of the type of person you are. So I can't thank you for everything you bring to the table. And I love hearing, all the team members, testimonies. As a matter of fact, Tamara and I, we just left one of the trainings we had in Detroit, Michigan tonight. We had Dr. Kathy Kirkland here tonight. And we actually were today with the ECC 11 Web Analyzer strategy, actually won, I think it was 7 out of 7 trades today. The most was gold. I think we picked up over 100 pips on gold today. So, things are really starting to get a lot of traction right now. And, people are learning a lot that our products have extreme value to them. And, Andre and I, we're no one special. We just have good products. And when you have good products that people want and they work, then that makes it easier to go out there and share information. So what I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is this: September in Dallas, what iMark is obviously getting ready to roll out. You guys will not be able to sleep. So if you got a skateboard, Uber, whatever you got to do to get to Dallas, Texas, make sure you're there, because you'll be able to witness the coming out party for iMark Live. I'm super, super excited. My wife and I are just honored and thankful for all you ladies and gentlemen on the call today. If you look at this for the very first time, just ask yourself a couple questions. One, if you're looking at this for the first time, you don't even have $200 or $300 to join. How does that really make you feel? You know, how does it make you feel to be grown, working full time, and you don't even have $200 or $300? You should use that feeling as motivation to go out there and do what you have to do by any means necessary to get started with what we do. And ask yourself also this: if you continue doing what you're doing for a living, are you going to live your best life? You know, most people are going to say no to that question. So the worst that can happen over here, Andre, is you're going to spend a few $100s. You're going to learn some things. You're going to be coached by some of the best of the best, like yourself. And guess what? If it doesn't work out, you go back to the life you're already living. That's the absolute worst that could happen. Well, what if this could be the thing that can take you over the top? What if Albert Grant, this could be a thing to take you over the top? What if Barbara Lawrence, if this could be a thing that can take you over the top? Kerry Cunningham, this could be a thing that can help you go vertical in 2019. So, ladies and gentlemen, opportunities never, ever miss. There's always just given to the next prepared person. And we look forward to seeing you guys at the top or from the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. Pass the call back over to you, Dre. I'm just going to listen in like a student, my friend.
Hey, thanks a lot, Coach, brother. We appreciate you and the wife and everything you're doing for us and the team. Last but not least, before I bring on the man of the hour, I know you guys will just can't wait. Bring them on, bring them on. Here, this is what I want everyone to see, right? On this site, cmprofits.com, under the events tab, right here, Mr. Lawrence Young just mentioned it. When you go here, you can access all our calls. We have calls almost every day of the week. Nobody has an excuse not to learn. No one has an excuse not to earn. But what I want you to understand, right here, it says next major event, this red tab. When you click on it, it's going to bring you right here, September 13th through the 15th, the IAM convention, Dallas, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if whatever you're doing is not, bring you 6 or 7 figures, you want to be at this event. When I first got into iML, Lawrence Young told me, Andre, get to the next event. My money was funny. I was busy. But you know what? I went. Not only did I go, I brought Greg G. Money White with me. Ahmed Jamley came all the way from across the ocean to the UK. The rest has been history. That's what gave us the big picture of this. And now listen, that wasn't in a hotel. This thing has gotten so big now. This is going to be in a convention center in Dallas, Texas. Bob Proctor from The Secret, he's going to be there. All you have to do is click on this image. It's going to bring you to the site. Make sure you get your people, get your teams on. There he is himself, Bob Proctor of The Secret. Now, here's the thing. These tickets, the early birds are already gone. You see the sales are crossed out. Listen, people who are winning don't procrastinate. They make things happen. I know some people are saying, well, I can't afford that. Listen, this is an investment in yourself. Get to Dallas, Texas. Click this link right here. Buy your tickets. There's general admissions left and VIP tickets left, but there are only a few of them left. Look at that, sales end, sold out right here. July promotion. This is going to be over the 31st. Today's what? Today's the 29th. Only a few more days, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this could be the catalyst to launch you to that next level in your life. Get your tickets. Get to Dallas, Texas. It's going to be phenomenal events. All the educators in iML are going to be there. Everyone in this space is going to be there. Chris Terry, all the leaders, everyone's going to be there. You're going to rub elbows with myself, Mr. Lawrence Young, and other leaders. You're going to meet some young people who right now are earning $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100,000 a month. So it does not matter your age. Get to Dallas, Texas. Now what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to introduce someone who I have a ton of respect for. This gentleman right now is responsible for not only helping myself, but helping a lot of people, around the world in this space, just profit. We always want to know, how can we earn? How can we learn with iML in this space? Now, this is what I want you to understand about this gentleman and why I have a ton of respect for him. A very young man, and he was actually featured on that NASDAQ and also was featured as one of the top entrepreneurs under the age of 30. This guy is a computer whiz. What he's done for us, he's put together a revolutionary software called the Web Analyzer. For those of you who can see my screen, you're getting a glimpse of it now. For those of us who have been using it, we already know the power of it. For those of you who are new and about to join us, you're about to learn of it. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to steal any of his thunder. Right now, he's crisscrossing all over the world. I know he's on his way to Europe pretty soon. I'm not even sure what part of the world he's in right now. But this gentleman, once again, has a heart of gold, and he has a passion to help people. And you know what? He wants to see everybody win. He wants us to have the same power, the same tools, the same access as the banks, you know, as the insurance companies, as the billion-dollar hedge funds. And I'll share this with you, right? There are people out there who does not like the fact that he's given us the access, men and women, ordinary people, the access to these software, these tools that the banks have been using for years to make money with our money, to earn money with our money. So without any further ado, I want to bring on the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Stephen Hooley, the creator of this revolutionary software, the Web Analyzer. I want to see if he made it a call tonight.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Andre. Thanks for the awesome welcome and the compliments. I appreciate it, man.
Hey, champ, glad to have you. I'm super, super excited. I'm going to be taking out some copious notes here. And for those of you who do not know, once again, this is Mr. Stephen Hooley.
Thank you. So are you guys excited to do a little bit of learning tonight?
If you are, put a 7 in the chat, please. Put a 7 in the chat if you guys are excited tonight.
Nice. That's a lot of 7s, and it's pretty fast too. So, all right, guys, I don't want to waste your time, right? Your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Your leader's time is valuable, and we're all here to learn, right? So I hope you have your notepads. Be taking notes. And to kind of get started, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. So like Andre said, you know, I've been in tech for forever. My grandpa was a computer teacher. I was 4 when I got introduced to an old Apple Mac computer. And like most little kids, who it's the most magical thing. It's like discovering fire when you get put in front of, you know, if some of you have kids, you may have introduced your children to iPads or iPhones or, you know, little smartphones, and they think it's the coolest thing ever. That's how I was like with a computer at 4. And I just kind of kept going. And at 9 years old, I learned how to program. I actually tried to impress a girl. I taught myself how to program a birthday cake website. It worked, by the way. It impressed her. It was cool. I haven't talked to that girl since elementary school, but I kept programming. And I started my first business when I was 16 years old. You know, I was going through some stuff as a teenager, like most teenagers do, also involved girls. I had someone recommend to me, hey, you know, you're really good with tech. Why don't you turn that into a business? And so I did. I went to an early college high school at the time. So I decided to make websites for college kids. That turned out to really help me because very quickly after making $500-600 that summer, I discovered that was not going to be enough money to, you know, pay for a car and an apartment as soon as I got out of high school. That wasn't going to get me that luxury life, right? $500-600, not going to cut it. So I actually had the idea to leverage what I was doing for companies at 16 and 17 to basically form a resume and go get me a job in the tech industry. So I've actually worked for some pretty big tech companies, and I've learned so much. I mean, you guys, it's amazing to see the world's technical infrastructure. I've consulted for and fixed the infrastructure for Fortune 100, Fortune 50, Fortune 500, governments all around the world, banks, telecoms, finance companies, all sorts of stuff. And it's just phenomenal. You know, a couple of things I took away from that, which is going to be really important in just a minute, was every company in the world right now that's in the tech space is really focusing on a couple of different things, okay? Number one, they're all looking at mobile, which I'm sure you guys enjoy the fact that you can use the products that I pretty much designed all the softwares in this company, your academy, most of your trading applications, your communications applications. That's my responsibility in the company, me and my team. Those can be done on mobile, right? Big tech companies are focused on mobile because they understand you all have your phones in front of your face all the time, right? And so they understand that. The second thing they understand is automation. Now, in iMarkets Live, we cannot execute anything for you. We will not take your money and execute things for you. I do want you to understand that. But we will do a lot of the data and analytics. That's kind of the technical term for we will look at the markets for you and then kind of give you these ideas, right? And so I went through that tech career, and the whole time I was working on my business, working on my dream, right? My personal philosophy with careers and jobs is if you want more out of life, use it as a means to an end until you are able to grow that side hustle or that business to where you need it to be to do that full time. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you're in that situation right now, I hope you're taking it seriously, because as you come and roll for iMarkets Live, as you come and utilize these products and utilize this education, treat that like college, right? Treat that like your tuition. And guess what? What you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And so that's a really important thing. How I got into Forex, how I got into this industry was a little bit sad, actually. But I'm going to be real with you guys. In 2016, my best friend overdosed on heroin, and it was like the world came crashing down on me. Everybody in my life was having a rough time, including myself. And it was just like one thing after another in 2016, guys. And I'm sure you guys have had those years. I am sure you guys have experienced years and months when it just feels like everything is challenging. The bills, the money, the relationships, the kids, if you have them, just everything, right? Well, I'm just like you guys. I experienced this too. And it was hard. And I found Forex. I was dabbling in stocks. I found Forex and I dived head into it. I needed that. It's fast paced. If you guys have not tried trading Forex yet or currencies, you're going to find very quickly it's very fast paced. It was perfect for me. I climbed my way up through the industry, helped other companies grow, got an eagle's eye view of tens of thousands of people and what they needed. Okay. And that's really unique and a big deal because it's what birthed the softwares, the ideas for the softwares that you guys now will utilize in this company. I started my own trading company. It went really well and then came crashing down. But during the time that I had this, those tens of thousands of people, I noticed a few key points. Everybody needed money. Didn't matter if they were already wealthy, already rich, or dirt poor. And I come from generational poverty, just so you guys know. I don't come from a rich family. I come from generational poverty. So take that for what you will. But I understood when those people who were trying to learn were struggling, the mindset, the information they had about money, which is commonly misinformation. They commonly did not know the correct information about money and wealth, did not commonly have the right mindset, right? But I noticed no matter what the mindset, what the financial status, they needed money. Number two, they commonly needed to try to figure out entries and exits. That was a constant struggle. Honestly, it didn't matter the experience level. I even saw the veteran traders who had been trading over a year struggling with entries and exits. They would look for what we call signal services or trade idea services, where it's kind of in pace. They would look for all these magic holy grails, which was interesting to me. So I dove down that path. I was like, okay, why is everyone struggling with entries and exits, right? What is behind that? And I found a key piece of information, which was it had heavily to do with psychology, which I looked around the industry and almost nobody was paying attention to that. And I was like, okay, why is nobody paying attention to this? Why, you would hear people say mindset is important. You would hear people talk a little bit about psychology, but nobody was really breaking it down or had anything that really helps you capitalize on that. I want you guys to know that the big tech companies in your life, Google, Amazon, Facebook, name the big tech giants, Apple, they are all very aware of how important psychology is. They all know that you guys are each unique, have unique perspectives, unique outlooks, right? They psychologically profile people, and they use that to their advantage. So keep that in mind, because when I lost a big chunk of my business, when I had my own trading business, I lost people, contractors, customers, everything. I learned, okay, well, why don't I program some algorithms? Because I'm good at tech, right? I'm good at tech. So let me program some stuff, because if I can program some really good high probability entry points based on some good data and some good strategies, I can help people, right? Because I noticed entries and exits, psychology. So I was like, okay, well, I don't just want to be like every other trade idea service out there. Not because it's bad. We have one on the web analyzer, Swipe Trade, SwipeCoin, phenomenal products in the company, right? But I was like, okay, what can I do that's different, that's going to help people? And it kind of hit me. One night, late at night, I was programming kind of in that time in life where you guys have probably experienced this, where things are just crazy in life and you're just trying to figure it out, but you're in the zone. You're pushing through and you're in that creative mode. Okay? And I was in that mode and I went, okay, if I can get the high probability entries and exits and say, this is where you want to look in the market, and then pair that with a way to take advantage of your personal psychology, your personal brain, not just give you black and white numbers and hand them to you and say, go ahead and just take this. Because what I found was a couple of different things that pertain to psychology. If I just give the numbers, sometimes people who have the same numbers will lose. You'll have, say, 100 different people. Some people will get various results. And I was like, why? It's the same numbers. Why is that the case? So this is part of why the web analyzer is designed the way it is, right? Because there's a couple of different factors, different brokers, different risk management. Some people didn't know what risk management they should use, and that's important. Some people, it's just purely psychology that if you hand somebody some black and white numbers that say copy and paste this, and it has too much what we call drawdown, where the numbers are negative, but you haven't lost yet, some people can't handle that. Some people don't have the patience to wait for a trade to play out. Some people need to be in and out, right? People and their brains vary, just like those big tech companies know. So I was like, okay, well, how can we make the web analyzer, how can we make this software help people flip that around and capitalize on their own brain and that fact? That's when we paired the strategies. I came up with a few different strategies to go along with the algorithm. The strategies match your psychology. We have short trades, so like in and out kind of trades. We call it scalping. We have intraday trading. We call it, that's like trades happening during the day. We have what we call swing trading, which is basically it can take more than one day. You can bank some big pips potentially, right? Some bigger money on those swing trades, right? And usually the scalp trades are in and out. Intraday trades are in between, right? So we also have a copy and paste service, which came later after the software was already a year into it, okay? But all of these things were things that were birthed from analyzing the industry, analyzing what was there and what wasn't there, and providing something nobody had ever seen. In March of 2017, I had a gentleman approach me and tell me something really interesting. And I want you guys to really pay attention to this, because as you enroll in this service, as you utilize this, I want you to understand the power of what you have in your hands, what you have on your desktop, because it's accessible on your smartphone, desktop, anywhere in the world you have an internet connection, okay? He told me some really, really cool things. He was like, Steven, I've never seen anything like your web analyzer software. And I approached it kind of cautiously, you know, and basically he worked for one of these three companies. I'm not going to name the company to protect him, but I'll name, it's one of these three: Goldman Sachs, Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley. He worked as one of the consultants and had to fly around the world, or I guess he got to fly around the world and teach about their trading software. Now, this is an investment bank, just so you guys know. This is like one of the big powerhouses that run the world, that push the money around the world, facilitate it. Investment banks, you guys. You probably heard of JP Morgan Chase, some of you. You know, Goldman Sachs is a big one, right? You've heard of some of these names. So he's worked for one of them. And I asked him, you can probably guess, my first question was, how does the web analyzer compare to these investment banking softwares? I have this recorded. You can go look this up on YouTube. When you log into the web analyzer, you can see a video of this gentleman speaking. It's at the very top once you log in on the home screen. His answer was that it is just as good as the investment banking software that he flew around the world to teach about, but our software, the web analyzer, is better for the layman. Okay, that's you guys, that's me, that's the common person, that's not the banks, that's not the governments, that's not the people in the power controlling everything in the world, right? The layman. That blew my mind, and I vetted him. Okay, I went, had him give me references, called them, called the company he worked at, the whole 9 yards, because I wanted to know that that was true. Okay, so you guys just understand the power of that. Guess how much that company spent to acquire that software. Guess how much, after all that was laid out, that software was. You guys go ahead and take a guess in the chat right now. How much do you think that acquisition cost?
$30 million.
All right, we got to guess 50K. Anyone else want to take a guess? 100K, 1 billion. Okay, 5 million. Okay, so that acquisition, 1.5 million. Good guesses. That acquisition to start cost 500 million. By the time the CRMs and all the crazy sales stuff and everything was built out, $1 billion. So I hope you guys are hearing this. 500 million to start. You guys have something that this gentleman compared to that kind of level, but said it was better for you, the layman. I want you guys to really let that sink in for a minute and understand what that means. So when you're at iMarkets Live, you have access to some pretty incredible stuff, okay? And I just want you guys to know that it's my life's work bringing these softwares to you. I sacrificed so much and learned so much and went across the most incredible journey, past 3 years especially, to bring this to you. So know it's worth. Know that, I work every day to improve it. I listen to the customers. I listen to you guys. We work on this every day, and it is for you guys. It is so that you guys can change your lives. Like I said, I come from the bottom. I come from nothing. I know what it means to have something that can empower the common person, right? I know what it means to get that leg up, to get to that point where you can learn something that is going to change your life, but not just your life, your kids' lives, the next generations, right? So I want you guys to understand that. Now, do you guys have any questions so far?
Wow. Learn something new every day, brother. Definitely appreciate you and everything you're doing. Stephen, this is what I want to ask, right? Let's say for the new person now watching this call for the first time, and they're probably considering, getting started. They know nothing about trading, nothing about the web analyzer. What would you, recommend the new person to take advantage of this software? What should they do?
Oh man, that's a good one. So you guys actually have someone really special on this call with you. He's been talking to you the whole time. So what I recommend is when you get on this software, Mr. Andre Campbell over here actually gives his trade ideas. You guys may not know it, but he's actually been a trader for a while, does very well on it. He gives his trade ideas on the software, to which you guys can get an alert pushed to your phone through Telegram. It's just one of the applications we use. You get the alert, you log into the software exactly how he just showed you. You see his trade, you see other trades, you take the idea. This is as simple as, and you'll learn this in the academy. If you're brand new, don't worry. We have a whole system. Andre has a website where you'll go through video by video, but it's as simple as get the alert, okay? Log in, just like he showed you, copy the information, paste it in, let it play out, okay? That's as simple as it gets. You guys, I like to use this analogy. Imagine you're at the beach, your phone goes off, you log in, you're like, all right, I'm going to take this trade. It's money-making time, right? It's money-making time. I'm on the beach. I open that up, I place my trade, I go back, put my feet in the water, and let that thing happen. I just let that play out. That's beach money, you guys, and anybody can do it. As long as you have an internet connection and a laptop or a smartphone or a tablet, you're good. I don't know about you, but that's really appealing to me. That's spectacular.
It doesn't get any easier than that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's right there. And this is what people don't understand about the web analyzer. You know, this is multiple systems working together. You're not just getting one thing. I mean, this thing is robust. It's dynamic. The trade ideals, you log in, here you can see Boyd Pips. I mean, Sharif is in there. Our Chairman 25, Randy Webb. We're all taking our time, just giving analysis and giving you all these trades. As Stephen just said, all you do is copy and paste, get these alerts, and profit. Gives you the ability to have high profitable trades. And this is just one aspect of the web analyzer. And very quickly, I'm going to show some of you who are new. Along with this, we have a strategy called the ECC11 by Dr. Kathy Kirkland, a phenomenal system. I'm going to show you the easy way to learn about this system. You just go here to cmprofits.com. You click on the system. When you click on the system, come down to computer trading, right? Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. You can look at this later on tonight after the webinar. This is a growth plan. You can download it, and we'll show you how to use that. It's very easy. But right here, 3 videos, the ECC11 Web Analyzer. Watch this first video, then watch this second video by Camille Westmoreland, and then the third video is an advanced Randy Webb. He goes through former Air Force pilot, just going through everything, giving you all the golden nuggets, everything on how to utilize this strategy within the Web Analyzer. Dr. Kathy Kirkland, she created the ECC11 and got with Stephen, and they incorporated it into the Web Analyzer. So now, what does this mean for the new person, right? Hear that ching ching? This is what this means, right? This means you don't have to sit there in front of your computer looking at the markets, trying to find trades. The Web Analyzer, revolutionary software, this thing, the algorithms can compute faster than all of our brains put together. It can look at multiple pairs, multiple time frames simultaneously. It gives you that ching ching you just heard. Then that means there's a high probability trade. Now it gets even better. Along with this ECC11 Web Analyzer strategy, every Tuesday through Friday, we always call it the Breakfast Club. See this link right here? Those you can see right here. It's above every video, the Breakfast Club. All you do, you click on this link, and you can trade with us live Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, as we go through the Web Analyzer. We're doing it together, giving you live trade. Hey, if this thing was any easier, it'll be illegal. It's that easy, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we have new people who they don't know how to trade yet, but you know what? They know how to follow instructions, and they know how to copy and paste. That's all you have to do. You know, as human beings, we have a tendency to overcomplicate simple things. This is one of those things we want to overanalyze, have paralysis of analysis. All you have to do, watch those 3 videos, get the Web Analyzer. Once again, if you begin with the package, the Elite package, it's included. I'm going to go back to it to show you. Right here, this is the Elite Starter Package. It's already included right there, Web Analyzer. It's in the package. If for whatever reason you have to start with the starter package, you get that, and you go into your back office. It's right here, the Web Analyzer, only $21.95. You know, what can you buy for that now? Some fast food or something, given the ability. This is
I always compare it to McDonald's, man. You're going to spend $15 to $20 on McDonald's. Why not put it toward life?
Too easy. Other questions in there. Put your questions in the chat for Stephen so he can answer them for you guys. Put your questions in there.
All right, so we got one. How can we set other indicators as defaults on the Web Analyzer trading platform? So this is a good question. So I mentioned, okay, so just to give you guys the quick rundown, Trade Ideas is tier 1. We have 3 tiers of service on the Web Analyzer. That tier 1 in Trade Ideas is no analysis. Okay, so you don't need any analysis for tier 1. It's just copy and paste. Let us do the work for you as far as all the analysis, okay? Tier 2, little to no analysis. I won't go into too many details about all these because there's YouTube videos for each one of these that you can go learn about each one. But it's basically little to no analysis. Spend 30 seconds to a couple of minutes going over some basic checks on each one of these trades. They're algorithmic, so it is a computer doing everything for you, and that's it. Tier 3 is the minimal analysis. So this is going to take anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to just quickly go over the strategy, okay? So this is important because this is where ECC11 sits. ECC11 is basically our top strategy. It has created the most testimonials in the last 2 years. I will tell you this right now. Out of every single product in iMarkets Live, and I will stand by this, okay? This is recorded, I understand. The Web Analyzer has created more testimonials than any other product in the company. ECC11 has generated more testimonials than any other strategy on the Web Analyzer. So understand that it's very powerful. Now, what does this mean? Because this goes back to the question, how can we set other indicators? If there's a default strategy you want with indicators, you come talk to me, and if I can program it on there, we will put those indicators on there. If it already exists, I will just point you to the strategy that already has those indicators, okay? TradingView does have some limitations on what they allow me to do, and so that's how we get around that, is with those strategies, okay? If you've missed what I mean by strategy, it's basically your set of rules. If you're playing football, it's your play, right? We've got a playbook, okay? We have high probability trades, and we've got a whole playbook full of plays. You pick your play that works for you and your team and the conditions in the market, and you run your play, okay? We've got a whole list of them. Don't worry. That video that Andre pointed you to, we'll have information about it. Our academy, we have all this information for you, so don't worry. Once you're plugged in, it's going to be phenomenal, because also what comes with this whole package is, like Andre said, that iML TV. I have a whole array of educators who will hold your hand and teach you every step of the way, from configuration to everything. Now, success tiers for tier 3 depends on you. Tier 3 is you taking the trades. Why? You're taking the high probability entry point, taking the strategy and deciding. The strategy teaches you what your risk and reward is, okay? That holds you accountable, and we find that success rate goes amazing on average for customers with this psychological aspect. Plus, it gives you the confidence of knowing my algorithm went and found the place in the market that is opportune for the moment, okay? Multiple different aspects here. Tier 1 success rate for the month of July, I just calculated this today on London Payout with Dr. Kathy Kirkland and Kevin Serrano. We have a 90% success rate for the month of July with 2,400 plus pips being caught. Okay? That's stellar. We've had above a 86% win rate to more like 87 to 88% win rate since we launched Tier 1's London Payout in January. Okay? Killer. Boyd Pips, Andre, killer success rates as well. I think the first week we launched Boyd Pips, I'd have to go back and see what it is for this last month, but the first week we launched it, like 7 out of 9 trades or 7 out of 8 trades won. Just killer, you guys. And Andre is phenomenal. Randy, phenomenal. I think Randy's barely ever lost a trade. Andre as well. So you guys, you're in good hands no matter what tier you choose of the service. Just understand, you just need to get started. That's the biggest step. Get started, get plugged in, go to your meetings, leverage your upline, leverage the videos, leverage the resources. Get plugged into the iML Web Analyzer Facebook group and your group's Facebook groups, because you can ask questions 24/7 and get help.
Awesome. Whew. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this thing is powerful. The thing is to get started. You're not going to understand everything from the webinar, so much information. But once again, we're keeping this thing simple. Another thing I want everyone to remember right here also on cmprofits.com, in case you forget, you can't find this, under the events tab, right here in red, Breakfast Club, Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. Right here, you click on that, it will bring you to the link. And the important thing of this, ladies and gentlemen, we're trading with you live. You're not doing this by yourself. We're actually holding your hand and giving you the trades. So even when you're beginning, well, why do they call that? Why do they call this? You're literally learning as you earn. But the important thing is you can earn while you learn, because you don't have to learn all this before you have the potential to begin earning. And that's one of the most powerful things about this, and why we're so thankful for Stephen Hooley and so super, super excited. There's another question in there. What was it? Okay, Jerome, definitely get with Steven on that. He can help you out on that. Can you make an MT4 version for Windows 10 PC?
Yeah, there actually is a version on the web. So you can go to imlwebanalyzer.com, log in on Windows, log in on your Mac, log in on Linux, whatever operating system you have on your tablet, your smartphone. Like I said, from any location that you have a internet connection from. Why we don't put it on MT4? Because this is your data analytics platform. And to put that in just regular terms, it's this software will go spend its time going and finding all the opportune places in the market and then present them to you in this neat little package right on your computer. We don't really need to put it on MT4 because we utilize multiple different platforms on the back end and we just give it to you. So all you do is you look at it, you make your decisions based on what you see, and you go execute on MT4 or any other platform. But it's usable on any system you want.
Awesome, awesome. Another thing I want everyone to see right here on cmprofits.com, under system, under the 72-hour fast start, I want to point your attention to two important links right here for the Telegram. What happens right here, the first one, Web Analyzer ECC11, when you join this group, you're going to get the alerts in this Telegram group about the ECC11, Forex and cryptos that come right to your phone. Very, very powerful, very simple and easy. The next one I want you to see is right here, the Web Analyzer Trade Ideals. This thing is rocking and rolling. We have over 14,000 members in this group. When we give those trade ideals, they're going to come to your phone on Telegram. You get the alert, and you just go right to the Web Analyzer on your mobile. And this thing is amazing on mobile. For those of you who have not seen the application on the mobile, very simple, once again, very dynamic. So you're always getting the alerts. The key thing with the Telegram groups, make sure you have your notification enabled so you can get these messages. We're putting trades out all the time. Other questions? We're not going to overcook your grits tonight. I know it's getting late. We've been on here for a while. This was recorded. Other questions while we have Stephen Hooley on here. He's very busy, and I know he's got a lot of things to do. While we have him on here tonight, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. Other questions? Hopefully we're keeping this thing simple so everyone can get started.
Oh man, you guys, it's such an honor to be able to be on with you guys tonight. It's the most amazing feeling. If I could sit here for hours and just tell you my whole journey, which we're not going to do that, but you would understand why it's just the greatest feeling to be able to come and serve you guys and create and follow my passion, right? And create things that are able to help you guys, help empower you guys, help you guys learn things that not only did I want to learn when I was younger, but I'm sure you guys wanted to learn. Your kids are going to want to learn. So you guys, I just appreciate being able to be here. And if you guys have any questions, let me know and we'll answer them before we sign off.
Hey, well, brother, we want to thank you for getting on tonight. I know you're super, super busy. Once again, I know you're getting ready to go overseas pretty soon. And just you giving us the time, to pick your brain a little bit, and want to definitely thank you for this software. A lot of people I know don't even understand what they have in their hands. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is dynamic, long-term trading, short-term trading. Get in there, play with this thing, get the trade ideals, follow this ECC11. As a matter of fact, is Greg White on here? This is the same strategy that the law enforcement officer down here named Ocean is utilizing. Just came in, hasn't even been with us, I think, just over 30 days. And as Greg just said, just had a $1,200 day. Once again, past results no guarantee of future performance, but it's happened, it's live, it's real. Tomorrow morning is Tuesday. If you get started tonight, get up with the person who shared this with you, get your link, get the Web Analyzer. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., join us on the Breakfast Club as we rock and roll with this thing and make pips, giving the ability to earn. I want to thank you, Stephen Hooley, for getting on here, all our great leaders, my sponsor, Mr. Lawrence Hurricane L.Y. Young, Skeletal Pips, Gilo Morgan. There's so many people on this call tonight I wanted to shout out. Shanita Cooper, awesome trader herself in her own right. Miss Sheila Cannon, Gilo Morgan out there, Just so many people. I want to thank everybody. This is Money Mondays. We'll be on this call again next Monday. But before I leave, right here, on cmprophecy.com, underneath the events tab, right? Tomorrow, 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. right here, the Chairman Leadership Call. Get on these calls. We're sharing this information. We're sharing the information for you. All you have to do is get your people on these calls. We'll explain everything. Now you can get your 2 for free. If you're an IBO, simple, easy way to build your business. Hey, once again, my name is Andre Campbell. I'm super, super excited as always. And I want to thank you again, Mr. Stephen Hooley, and everyone for getting on this call tonight.
I'm going to add this real quick, Andre. I want you to know.
Money Mondays.
Might have come.
No, this is good for anybody. Any age.
Oh, how.